People of the earth, seriously, how y'all doing? What all we got going on? I mean, hang on, let me get to the comments. As to be able to get everything off our checklist. Make sure nobody, hey, it's 322, by the way, when I started this video. What's up with that? All right, no comments. No comments. Boom. Two preps from me and one prep from Michael. Let me see what mine are. What was my son that called, and he is sounding fantastic. That was my son that called, and he is sounding fantastic. There we go. I was on the phone, so everything was muted. So y'all probably heard me. I just couldn't have listened to y'all. So I want y'all to pick up on something here. So listen here again. It's the same thing we've been telling you. Batman was Bane. Excuse me, Trump was Bane, Trump was Batman. It's the both. It's the mirror image. He was Blofeld. Remember the right eye wound? Remember Donnie Darko was Frank the Rabbit? And he was Donnie. Donnie shot Frank in the right eye. So
there are several parallels between himself and the Riddler.
So now we're comparing the Riddler with Trump. And that's what when I tell y'all that he and I are on these, we're like mirrored images of each other numerically through everything I've shown y'all, if y'all been here a while, but we're on opposite ends of the spiritual spectrum. Team Jesus, Team Lucifer.
The movie opens with Edward spying on the mayor through binoculars, and Bruce later does this with Selina in her apartment. The two are
commentary fair use for educational purposes, so that he's comparing the two, blah, blah, blah. Heavy spoilers.
Both going after the corrupt forces of Gotham, and they, of course, also wear masks. If you place the Batman and Riddler ones side by side, you can even see that the nose pieces are very
commentary fair. Hey, he's wearing my clear glasses. Like I said, well, I got you.
Similar, and all this has been done early on, so we can see that they mirror each other. It's expert filmmaking, and it all comes together from this introduction to show us the effect that the Batman has on the city, so that we can see.
Anyway, so they're mirror images of each other. What are you going to say? What can you do? So I was watching Band of the Hand, and today's day 149, and I had stopped it at 49. I'd stopped it to see the address number and the 88s, and I showed this a few years ago, or last year, I don't know when it was. So today is day 149, and the length of Band of the Hand is 149 minutes. And today was, definitely a watch day for an event, and we'll go over why as the day's not over. You got the X, as X is supposed to be for Antichrist. They've shown us in a lot of videos. X-Men, blah, blah, blah. And the address is 149. And there's your 88s. And classic of mine is Band of the Hand. Band of the Hand is a cult classic. It is by the guy from Miami Vice, the guy that did Miami Vice, Michael Mann. In the fleshly sense, one of my probably favorite director. As Michael told me his favorite movie was Barry Lyndon. I need to put that in my Netflix queue. But yeah, that was all for that. And that was my one prepped item. Michael's one prepped item. The spread of the illness says scientists warned us about the monkey POX in 1988. Here's why they were right. And of course, 1988, the mirror image or the upside down version of 2022, or the exact parallel version of 2022. And Michael, that is very interesting. We appreciate you sharing that. There's really nothing left but today's grid. And by the way, the Bible study I did concerning election predestination, the introduction, I left off something very key that I should have really started with, and that's hell is not eternal torment. They're raised, they're judged, they receive a second death. The fires of torment is in what is known as the lake of fire. And it clearly states that death and hell are thrown into the lake of fire. Hell means the grave. Death and the grave are thrown into the lake of fire. They're all judged and destroyed. The fallen angels are who gets torment. And you're like, well, what about those that take the mark? It's because humans get, the human body is inhabited by the fallen angels, and it's the fallen angel that survives. They've inside the human body, they've shown you through the movie Venom, through the movie The Exorcist, how this works. That's why your own family will be killing you, because it's not really your family anymore. Once they worship the image of the beast, they're possessed. And so that's that whole deal. Again, something else that's not taught on any other channel that you can possibly find anywhere on the internet. And if you by chance happen to, do they also tell you there's no such thing as free will, that God doesn't love everybody, and hell is not eternal torment? I mean, just those things right there separate us from anything else you can find out there in the ethernet of this earth. So we're glad you're here. That's why I tell you, we are on opposite ends of the spectrum of the Antichrist. I say we because that means all of us that are here in truth. We're all one body. The one doing the works through each of us is the Holy Spirit, is God. We're just a small part of his body, just like he talks about the body. You know, the eyes do this part for the body, the hands do this, you know how that's in the New Testament. And it seems like throughout the history of the Old Testament, there was always like a point guard, a point man. And I've shown Michael a lot of stuff, and I've shown y'all a lot of stuff. Just through numbers, it seems like the Lord, and again, I haven't had sex since 2012, folks. So the Lord's pulled me out of the world. And he's set me apart specific to do a job. And but it doesn't make me special. All sheep are special to him, and we're all even. So if you're a sheep and I'm a sheep, we're equally special. We have equal gifts, but we all have different jobs. So my job is to not have sex and to do what I do. That's all. So I'm just trying to put that in perspective so you don't go narcissist, because that's going to be your first reaction. I know, I get it. Trust me. I'm very self-aware of what I'm saying, but I've just seen too much. And Michael's seen it. You know, there's a lot of stuff I don't share with y'all, but that I've shared with Michael to make sure that, yeah, you just can't keep everything in your head. You know what I'm saying? And you shouldn't. So anyway, today, again, I felt it important to track a friend of mine that was actually born on May Day of 1985, which seems to be a special year for them. And so that hits on today, their birthday. The opening of Trump Tower hits on today. iPet Goat 2 official release date hits on today. James Bond begins today. And Lincoln assassination hits today. If you include both dates, you're getting into Dan Scavino's tweet on March 7th, 2020, that says in 4 days, boom, which would be the 31st, June 1st, June 2nd, June 3rd. Well, let's see what happens June 3rd. Also, the movie 88 release date backs into today, if you include both dates. So does a total solar of 1979, penumbral lunar of 1988, and the backward cipher of partial solar this year, October 25th. So all of that connects to today. Now, we might as well, in case I don't do any more videos, assuming Michael doesn't send us anything, there will be no reason for me to. Let's go over tomorrow. In 4 days, Dan Scavino tweet, which connects to June 3rd. The movie, 88 release date. Total solar, 1979. Penumbral lunar, 1988. Backward cipher of this year's partial solar. And then 3 days that back in, 3 events that would back into today. I mean, on the 30th, which is tomorrow, which is a Monday. It's a holiday. Alec Baldwin Day, that was his event. Also a crazy day on my job. Both occurred on October 21st. But by the way, they portaled over to April Fool's Day, and which definitely relates to the situation on my job. May 26th, 2021, total lunar will back into tomorrow. Will back into Monday if you include both dates, along with 1961 total solar. And October 2nd, 1978, partial solar. So lots of eclipses, if you include both dates, will back into tomorrow. And that's it. That's where we're at. You're all caught up. And yeah, that's it. All right, love y'all.